Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com. Most of my videos, I talk about stuff that's new, coming out. A lot of them are about Islanders, right? Well, today has nothing to do with Islanders. Today really has nothing to do with new product. I figured I want to go back and look at some older stuff that I've covered in the past, but under the new lens. I didn't even mean it like that. Under the lens of the new camera, but with some more detail and everything else, and kind of just if you're new to the channel, maybe you don't go back and visit some of the older stuff. So today I'm going to cover Squale 1521 models. There's a whole bunch of them. I don't know, 5, 6, whatever. I'll go over most of them today. I own two 1521s, and I own a Matic, and I also own a Sub, which is one of the limited edition ones. But really great watches. I simply adore them. Great styling. I love the 1521 because of how it wears. And when we do the up close, I'll put it on because I'm actually on it. Ironically, not wearing one right now. How it wears, because for the case size of roughly 40 millimeters, it wears so well on such a wide variety of wrists because of the case design and because of the crown placement, how it's tucked in nice and tight. I'm wearing something that I have not worn in a long while. This is my Diavis Reaper. This was a limited edition 50-piece watch. I put on a new strap. I wore it in a recent video. I said, you know what? Let's put some new shoes on this bad boy. So I think it looks great on this elastic strap that I put it on. And because I got to wear two watches. Islander 39 millimeter white dial Flieger. That's it. Let's check out Squale. Well, whatever number I told you in the intro was wrong. I have 7. Yeah, 7 1521 Tiaran, and I'm not including the Militare blasted and polished. It's mostly like a regular 1521, except it's lacking the date and the double logos. You can take a look at those. But it's really quite a lineup. They're all the same case, roughly the same weight, same movements, just differing in dial hand bezel execution. So I'm going to start with the two most popular and the two that get confused the most, and then we'll move on from there. So these two get confused the most. One's polished and one's blasted. This is the one I own. I own the polished one. Well, this isn't mine. Mine is actually right here. I have mine on a Milanese bracelet. They can all come on a Milanese bracelet, but the bracelet is a high polish. This was actually a brushed one that I had. But the ones that are on the website are a high polish. So they match the polished cases beautifully. This to me is the best looker of the bunch. This is 1521 026 BLR is my part numbering system. Let me see if I can, there we go. It's tough with the gloves. The crown is really tucked away nicely, but I will seat it back down even to show you it can be done with gloves if you happen to run your life with white gloves like me. No, I really don't. So let's go through this one, then we'll go through the other one, and then, I guess we'll go through all of them, but we'll spend the most time on this one because I love this one the most. It's the bestseller. Such a beautiful sunburst blue. Do you see that? Oh my God. Gorgeous. Okay, so it is a 42 millimeter case, and that's if you measure to the bezel. You can see the bezel does stick out about a millimeter and a half from the case. So really the case itself is more like a 40. And that's one of the things I talked about in the beginning about why it fits such a wide variety of wrists. It is a perfect size. So let's go with 42 because that's what the bezel is. Don't let that distract you or dissuade you. It's not like an SKX 007. It wears so much smaller. There are people with 6 1/4, 6.5 inch wrists that wear these no problem. 14 thick to a flat sapphire crystal with AR coating. 48 millimeters on the lug tip to lug tip. Look at those beautiful lugs. Oh my goodness, look at the finishing on them. Awesome. Let's see, 107 grams on the strap. What's next? Top of the crystal, 20 millimeter lugs. This guy comes on a tan leather strap. I thought this really complements the watch rather than your conventional rubber strap, Tropic rubber that you're going to see a lot of the others on. Yes, a diver, oh my goodness, with A leather strap. What are we going to do? Nothing. Because let's be honest, not a lot of people are going to take these diving. You're going to wear them because they look good. And on the leather strap is where this thing really shines, that tan leather strap. 500 meters of water resistance. Price is, all these are roughly 900 bucks, 909, maybe a few bucks more for the pink one or PVD, whatever, but roughly 900 bucks. 120 click unidirectional ratcheting bezel, aluminum insert. I do sell, and I used one here, a sapphire insert for these. I have them in blue and black. Aluminum insert with a pip that's under a little piece of glass, so it's protected. Beautiful dive hands. Charles Von Buren, the founder of the brand Squale. Squale means shark in the dialect of Italian, where Squale was founded. He's really they say the pioneer of the orange minute hand for divers, because that is of most importance. 120 clicks of a unidirectional ratcheting bezel. I do want to also make note, because I know there's a lot of older videos of these floating around, they no longer engrave Squale in the side of the case. They have not in a couple of years. So your branding is at the top of the dial, the Von Buren family crest, which says VON. You have the name Squale, and then Squale inside the shark or fish is at the bottom. 50 Atmos professional. Why is it double branded? You can read that online. There's videos done about it, but in short, Squale did not start as a watchmaker. They started as a case maker for some of the finest dive watches in the world back in the day. So the thing to do was Squale was at the bottom of the dial because that was the case maker, and the brand name would go on the top. So it only follows that if Squale makes their own watches, they are keeping with their own history and they're double branding them. The crown has the crest as well. Case back, solid, screw down, etched, and you can see the beautiful shark logo as well. So inside we got a Sellita SW200-1 movement, elaborate grade. Unscrew it, pull it out. Let's see if I can get it. It's not unscrewed yet. Oops. There we go. You can set the time, and one click out will change the date. I am going to attempt it. Like I said, tough with gloves, but I got it. There it goes. Beautiful, what I call now Squale hands. Let's bring it in a little bit. Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous dial. I love this blue. My goodness. Easy to read Lume dots. We'll do the Lume shot later. There's the finishing of the case. Everything is done really well. Logoed buckle. So this is the polished version. Like I said, the one that gets confused with is, I kind of call this is the blasted one. It's kind of this rough and tumble brother. It's a little more tactical feeling, if you will. Less fancy dive, more tactical. Blasted case, beautiful, very diffuse finish. It's not only blasted, it's blasted really well. There's absolutely no graining to it at all. And then they pair it now with a matte dial. So you can see it's just a blue matte dial. The chapter ring is matte as well, whereas on the prior one I just showed you, the chapter ring as well was polished. Looks really nice. Let me see if I can get a little bit more away on these. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see. So where should we go next? Why don't we go with something? Let's just keep in the same family. So I'm going to do the same thing to you again, except I'm going to change the dial to black. So this is kind of the old standby. This is the original guy, 1521-26-A. Just a black, just like the one you saw, black dial. Not really glossy, but it's a black dial. It is a polished, beautiful polished case. Now this is more suited to the rubber strap, in my opinion. Though functionally it's the same as the other one with the 500 meters of water resistance. It's on a nice tropic rubber strap with a polished, beautiful buckle with the crest on it. Well done. Well done. So this is your standard black diver. But then, here it is. They do the same thing, if you want, in blasted. So are the dials the same? I've actually never really investigated. Yes, the dials are actually the same, just the case is now a complete blast. For those of you wondering, these screws on the side of the case, there's 4 of them, I think? Yeah, 4 of them. Don't touch them. If you think the bezel is too loose, which it's not, it's very well done. Tightening those will not tighten the bezel. Tightening those will only snap the head off the screw, and then you'll be calling me or the service center looking for replacement screws for your bezel. But that won't even work because the screw will be snapped off in the bezel and you need a new bezel. Those are if you need to service the bezel and take the bezel off. You loosen those a few turns. The bezel, this literally comes right off. It's a coiled spring inside. It's not a traditional leaf spring. It is a coiled up spring. Very easy to do stuff. But if you wanted to use one of our sapphire inserts for these, you could do that and take it off yourself. Well, if you take it off yourself, guys, and you mess it up, or gals, don't email me saying I messed it up, it's your fault. It's not my fault. If you're unsure of yourself, take it to a professional. Okay, so that's 4 we've done. So I'm going to keep in the same family. I'm going to go this guy. This screams, Black Ops, special operations. So black blasted case. This is like the blast one I just showed you, but now everything's done in this beautiful black. The name escapes me. I forgot. Oh, the black coating is done by. This was historical, at least. I'm sure it's still the same. Haven't asked in a while. The company that coated Beretta slides for Beretta pistols is the same company that black coats their cases. So it is a very, very wear-resistant coating. Gonna last for a long time. Gonna look really nice. So paired with, again, the black rubber strap and, of course, a matching buckle. Squale's really upping their game on this stuff. This looks really, really nice, right? Tactical. So we've done 5. We have 2 more. I am going to hit you with a wave. The Onda, which means wave. This is the wave dial. Kind of a grapey, purple, blue, I don't know, whatever color you want to call it. I'll try to come in on it a little bit. Waves are embedded in the dial. It's the pattern. Awesome. They use a steel embossed insert on a polished case. Again, this is the same case that you've been seeing, so nothing is really new here. But now we have applied indices. I don't know if you saw on the other ones before, all the indices were painted on the dial. These are beautiful applied indices. Polished buckle. Come back a little bit. I feel like I'm too close to the camera. Again, I'm still getting used to this whole setup, and I'm still playing with settings, moving it around. I do take your feedback in the comments, and I kind of adjust it for the next video. I did do some different stuff on this one, so hopefully it's not as overexposed and the colors are coming through a little bit better. Not a videographer. Just because you put a $3,000 camera in my hand doesn't mean the videos become immediately better, but I'm getting there. I'm trying to get there. Okay, last one. Another Onda. Pink. My wife has one of these, right? What do you expect? But men can wear this. You probably might want to change the strap out. It also comes with, this one's a little bit higher in price because it also comes with, other than the Stingray leather, this is real Stingray, which I've learned a lot about Stingray. Other than the Stingray leather, it comes with a white rubber strap with pink tied-off stitching. But this is the pink Onda, Pink Waves. It's got the applied markers, applied indices. Beautiful. Stingray, when I imported these for the first time, lo and behold, to import Stingray, you need a fish and wildlife license. Not endangered. They're farmed specifically for this purpose, but I had to get a fish and wildlife license, so I now hold one. Kind of weird. This one is the only one that comes on a deploying clasp. If you can't read under the blue tape, it does say Squale. Boop. Beautiful. Is that everybody? That's everybody, right? Yeah. So as I said before, none of these have the engraving on the side. My old polished guy does. So no mas. You're not going to see this anymore. And like I said, the bracelets I'm selling now are a high polish, so it matches the polished case even better. Let's do a Lume. Going to do a wrist, and then we're going to be done. So here is the regular 1521 model with the applied indices. These are your blue, your black, not your wave dials. Those had the applied indices, so the Lume is a little bit different. I will show you that now. So here you can see, because of the applied indices on the markers, we get a little bit of a, we get lined instead of dots for the Lume. But either of these, Super Luminova, super duper easy to read. Okay, so here it is on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. Like I said, does not wear like a 42. So look at the case. Look at the case on my wrist. Look at my little background coming apart. These are cedar shakes that I found in my shed. So that's what this is. But anyway, it just fits me beautifully. Below the bone, above the bone. This is where I am on the Tropic strap. I can go way tighter and I can go way looser. It really just looks awesome. Like I said, guys, very comfortable on many, many, many wrist sizes. Easily, as most of you know, TGV wears one. What's he, 6.25, 6.5 or so. It looks beautiful on him. And I've sold these to guys with 8-inch wrists. Have I sold it to gals with 8-inch wrists? I don't know. Maybe I have. I'm not sure. I never really asked. But it really just works on many wrist sizes. Like I said, my wife's got the pink one. And it looks great on her as well. I'm going to wrap it up there. Very energetic today. I think the video came out well. I think the videography quality was good. Well, was good. I think it was good. This has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com showing you some Squale watches. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Questions, comments, concerns, put them down below, and I'll be sure to address them as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.